Hello everyone, thank you so much for clicking on today's video and welcome to my channel. In today's story, OP reaches out to Reddit because she finds herself in a really awkward situation. Over the past few weeks, she's noticed a small musty odor coming from her friend who lives a quote-unquote nomadic lifestyle, and she really doesn't know how to broach the subject. Now, that normally isn't a problem for her, but she's hosting a party and she's worried that other guests will be affected by this odor. So she reaches out to Reddit to ask if she will be the a-hole if she uninvites her friend from the party. Luckily, Reddit does give some really good advice, so stay tuned for the updates to find out. Spoiler alert, it does have a happy ending. I do hope that you enjoyed this story. If you do, please leave a thumbs up. And before I move on to the story, I just wanted to take a second and thank all of my subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. I've had a really rough couple of weeks. Work has been insane. But you guys are definitely what keep me going. Thank you. For those that are new here, if you do like my content and would like to support me, I would really appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button. Anyways, thank you so much for your time and on to the story. Will I be the a-hole if I uninvited a friend from a party because of her hygiene? My friend Abby has always had a slight smell. She lives a bohemian lifestyle. As a result, she doesn't always have a reliable place to do laundry or shower. She's a fun person to hang out with, so I just accepted it as one of her many quirks. However, within the past 8 weeks or so, the smell has become much worse. It's an intense, musty odor that fills whatever small space we're in and sticks to any clothes that she comes into contact with. For example, if Addie sat on my bed, I'll have to strip the sheets to wash after she leaves, or the smell will stay in the room. The last time she came over, my housemates complained that the smell drifted all the way downstairs from my room. Now that Abby's problem is affecting the other people in my life, I have to acknowledge it. Because the issue got worse within the past few months, it could be signs of a health issue, physical or mental. I don't know how I could bring up the smell with Addie herself. How can you broach a subject like that without utterly embarrassing the person? So the a-hole part. Months ago, before the smell got worse, I invited Abby to a party I'm hosting. Now I'm considering that her hygiene issue will impact the environment of my other guests. Do I lie and tell her that it's cancelled or postponed and still hold it for my other friends? Or do I address the issue directly? The overwhelming verdict was you're the a-hole. One Redditor said, maybe something like, "Hey Addie, I love and accept you as you are, and this comes from a non-judgmental place. But lately I've noticed that you're smelling a little musty. Is everything okay health-wise? I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, but do you want to come over and use my shower before the party? Do you need any products? Do you need to do laundry? I want you to be there because you're one of my closest friends, but I want everyone else to feel comfortable too. What can I do to help?" To which OP replied, "Thank you for offering an example of what I might say. I honestly didn't know where to start. This helps a lot. I'll bring up the issue with my friend directly." Another Redditor said, "It will be difficult and uncomfortable, but it's a hygiene issue and therefore a health issue, as well as a difficult social situation. I once had to talk to a friend about wiping habits when I saw a brown streak from her crack up her back. It's not fun. You're both embarrassed and uncomfortable, but as long as you're private, respectful, and avoid shaming her, it will be okay. Something like, "Hey, I don't want to embarrass you, but I've noticed a musty smell when you come over, and it's gotten worse the past few months. It lingers in the house for a bit after you leave, and it's starting to get really uncomfortable, and I want to make sure you're okay." Then the Redditor also added, "I'm not sure what a bohemian lifestyle means, but pointing out that it's changed from her previous smell would avoid putting blame on her lifestyle and point to some other issues. This will do wonders, more than saying something like, 'Hey, you stink, you need to shower and wash your clothes.' She's an adult. She knows these things need to be done and no one wants to stink. Is your shower or washing machine available to her? You don't have to do her laundry for her, but you could offer up the machine or offer help addressing whatever concern she has around showering and clothes washing. To which OP replied, "By bohemian, I meant that Abby moves around frequently and works a lot of short-term odd jobs. When she does take a job, it's more for the novelty it offers rather than the money. This leads to her having plenty of wild stories, which is part of what makes her company so enjoyable. Honestly, I admire her boldness and willingness to live such an unconventional life, while mine is so defined by fear. Like fear of confrontation, obviously. Another strength of Addie's is her emotional sensitivity, which is why I'm so hesitant to bring up this touchy subject. The thought that she's made other people uncomfortable would be painful. But folks on here have offered plenty of helpful strategies to bring up gently, focusing on my concern for her and allaying any fears of judgment. Hopefully that clarifies. Thank you to everyone who gave me the honest assessment that yes, I would indeed be an a-hole if I excluded my friend without explanation. I have a tough and uncomfortable conversation ahead of me, but it's one that needs to happen. Thanks especially to those that offered gentle talking points. I sincerely hope the issue isn't a symptom of something that requires treatment. If it is, then it's better to bring it up sooner rather than never. If it isn't and is just a matter of having access to cleaning facilities, I'll check with my housemates before opening an invitation to Addie to use my own. Thanks to everyone for your frank advice. It's much appreciated. I followed Reddit's advice and took the issue to my friend directly. I asked Addie to meet at a coffee house so we were on neutral ground. I decided to bring it up closer to the end of our meeting so she didn't feel awkward through the rest of our catch-up. I said, "Hey, I need to talk to you. Something has changed in the past few weeks and I wanted to make sure that you're okay. I've noticed a strong smell. Do you have a place to shower or do laundry? Do you need help?" I let her know that I felt the need to bring it up because I care for her, and as friends, we need to look out for each other. Addie was, as expected, mortified. It really hurt to see her so distressed. She apologized several times for causing me discomfort. She really is way too nice. She assured me that she did have access to those facilities and didn't know what the cause of the smell might be. Because she was assertive about wanting to solve this problem, I offered that maybe it was the new clothes that she thrifted. Some garments require special care like dry cleaning. Addie said that that was possible and assured me that she was going to start working on a solution as soon as we said goodbye. It was predictably awkward after the news broke. When I left, I was sure that I lost a friend. But since then, we've been texting jokes and personal updates as per usual, so I think that we're okay. As for the problem, I don't know if it's been put to rest quite yet. We both got new jobs recently and we won't be able to see each other until right before the party. I should probably have another brief coffee date before then to see if Addie's solution worked. But now that the subject has been breached, I feel better about bringing it up in the future, if needed, especially because Addie will know where I'm coming from, a place of love and concern. Thanks to everyone for your frank assessment before and your very helpful advice. I'm really glad that I listened. I saw Addie recently and the smell is gone. She asked me if I could still detect it, and when I said that I didn't, told me that she had laundered her entire wardrobe. So it seems that the issue was indeed laundry based. We're both really excited for the party and I'm so glad that she'll be there. I think in a weird way, being honest about the situation actually made us closer as friends. Thanks again, everyone. So guys, what did you think about this? Please let me know in the comments down below. I honestly would be in an equally awkward situation. I really hate confrontations and I don't know how I would have brought the subject up. Luckily, Reddit gave really good advice. Like they even walked OP through exactly what she should say. And I think that some of the advice that they gave was really, really good. I'm so glad that OP actually decided to reach out to her friend Addie and have this awkward conversation. I personally think that doing that really helped Addie a lot in the future. I also think that it might have also saved her social life, you know? Like if OP and her friends were being affected, I'm sure others were as well. That being said, I will say one funny thing. I was one of the many people that got COVID, and I actually got it before the Omicron variant, so it severely affected my sense of smell. Like I completely lost my sense of smell for like a good 2 to 3 weeks. And it was so bad that like I couldn't smell like vanilla extract or almond extract or anything like that. And it did come back, so at least I'm able to smell the extracts, but I'm not able to smell subtle smells or nuances in different smells, you know? So I don't really know how intense Addie's odor was, and I'm curious to know whether I'd be able to pick up on it. Anyway, that was a side tangent. Please let me know what you guys think of the story and leave it in the comments down below. Did you like the way that OP addressed the situation? Would you have done it any differently? Please let me know. And once again, if you did like the story, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a thumbs up. And please subscribe if you'd like to hear more stories from Reddit with updates.